So before we get into our next story, I want to talk about how here on Idiots versus Idiots, we are death peddlers. That is right. We are peddling the death of plastic pollution. Not only does liquid death murder your thirst, 10% of every can sold goes to end plastic pollution, and it is a superior water delivery system. Use code idiots10 on liquiddeath.com, and you'll get 2 free koozies with your order.
Koozies.
We'll have that coupon code and website in the description down below. So
Were you ever a big koozie guy? Because look, I grew up in Texas, so
yeah. So you want to
older
keep your drink
siblings
cold.
and you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
you're driving your truck on the farm.
Cola and
Yeah,
beer and
cola mostly, just cola.
yeah, cola, right? So koozies were like a lot. Everybody had their favorites, right?
Right.
But you would snack. So like,
but here's what I'm curious about. So when you were driving around on the farm as a young man, you have to sit in the bed of the truck. You know.
oh yeah, no, kids didn't go up front, never.
Okay.
No,
The kids
God,
your size especially didn't go up front.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no,
Okay.
I don't do well in bench seating. Yes,
Yeah.
with other people. But yeah, I mean, it was a great experience. Is all I'm saying. Beer koozies,
Okay.
definitely. Now, here's the question: is the
Yep.
beer koozie, does it fit this can?
Of course, that's the point.
All
Okay.
right, then we're down. All right.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of Texas, where the big man grew up, where the big man is where we are.
Yep.
We're headquartered in Austin, Texas. A recent neighbor of ours, Elon, good friend. We hang out with him. We play cards every Thursday.
He's full of crap, but yes.
That's not true. I hang out with you. Don't know what I'm doing on Thursday.
I don't know
see
what you do on
every day of the week.
Thursdays. That is very true.
Okay. He just decided he is creating a city in Texas called Starbase. And of course, I'm calling it Star Killer Base because of.
Well, so 3 days ago, this guy literally, and again, he's using Twitter, and I guess everybody just uses Twitter to say, like they've always used it to say weird things
Whatever.
or crap,
Yeah.
but it's become this announcement platform, right? Like if I put it on Twitter, it gets everywhere else. Right? Like it gets everywhere else almost instantly or whatever. So 3 days ago,
It's like, listen, everybody puts out their press release. You know?
Well, but it's not even a press. It literally, this is what it says. March 2nd, 2021. He has 2 tweets in a row, I guess because he forgot the second half of it. All he says is, I quote, creating the city of Starbase, Texas. And then another quote, from thence to Mars and hence to the stars. Right? Like, but again, like, that's all, like, that's the entire tweet. Like, that's.
Well, it's 2 tweets.
Okay. Well, but that's the entire press release. Like the announcement. I'm just gonna put this out there. Hey, yo, Starbase, Texas. I'm gonna make it. That's it.
Yeah. Listen. Let me ask you that. And he says it's gonna be powered by Dogecoin.
No.
It's ruled by Dogecoin.
Ruled by Doge. Now that's the question. Does he mean Dogecoin? Does he mean since his people has put out a press release saying that as they build out this city, right, they're going to make it very dog friendly? Is he speaking of like this is the whole thing about is you can sit here and spin this 50,000 different ways. Now, Starbase, Texas obviously doesn't currently exist, and there are rules about how you create a city.
But Boca Chica, Texas used to have like 4 different names. So,
well, and Danny and I looked up where obviously this is right on the border of Mexico and Texas, right on the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah.
It's one of those places that is literally a couple of streets right now. His idea is obviously to build a city around where he's sending up satellites and stuff like that, right?
And listen, there was a law passed or a measure passed, I forget, in Nevada. But it was proposed. I guess I don't know the full details of it because I didn't pay that much attention because Nevada. But it was something along the lines of allowing tech people to come in and buy up land or a city and just saying you got to privatize the city basically. You got to make the rules here.
Right.
Which I'm of course in favor of. But I think this is Elon Musk. This is what he does. Like, our show has turned into a show where we talk about 4 billionaires in stocks, I don't know how we fell into this rabbit hole, but we got to go where the stories are, I guess.
Well, but this is what they do. I mean, he announced last year that he moved his gigafactory, right, is currently being built in Round Rock, just outside of Austin, right? He announced then that he's moving to Texas, and now he's announcing this. And look, he's not the only one. We talked about Joe Rogan moving to Austin,
Yeah.
and all these different people or whatever.
Tim Dillon.
Texas is obviously a very big, business-friendly state. Always has been.
For now.
No
For now.
state taxes, right? Income taxes, right? Yeah. Texas has been very adamant about no state tax and being very business-friendly. But
yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Look, the point is, well, you're talking about a state that doesn't need that money either. So
yeah, that's true.
So anyway, I digress about that. The point, though, is you've got to talk about these kind of things because the whole point of a business and marketplace podcast is to talk about things that will shape and change the future of business and marketplace. Creating a city, and again, part of the article was talking about how the judge down there in Cameron County said, look, I don't care if he is a billionaire or the second richest person in the world, he's going to follow all the rules and he's going to set it up properly and whatever.
Let him follow all the rules, but I don't think that there's enough inertia to prevent him from taking over a little town.
Well, no, and it's quite easier than you think. There are towns that you can buy on eBay, okay?
A whole city,
The next step, though, is incorporating a town and, all the blue tape or red tape or whatever color tape you want it to be to create something. But he's a billionaire that can pay a whole bunch of people to do it that he doesn't have to, right?
Right, and it makes a lot of sense for him to centralize infrastructure in one place. I just think it's hilarious. I love it. I'm having such a good time with the concept of Starbase, but the problem is I'm going to keep calling it Star Killer Base. And I don't, I hate to let Elon know this, but kind of an internet influencer. Hey, I'm a Fitspo influencer.
Is there any worse time to be an influencer in today's, like
I'm a Fitspo
term? Okay, but that term is such an awful term, right?
Fitness inspiration.
No, just influencer. Period.
I'm a fitness inspiration.
Yeah, you are definitely in shape. If round is a shape, all right, okay.
It is. It
is a shape. But look, I can't say. Would it be cool to live in Starbase, Texas? Like it would definitely be hot, but it
would... let me tell you this much. Do I currently? I have a mailbox, etc. box on a famous street in Texas. Just so I can say my business's address is on South Congress. So will I get, when he changes the name to Starbase, will my mailbox move to Starbase, Texas? 100%.
Okay, see, that's my deal. Like, I would love to say, like, will I buy a condo? Because he's going to build condos and, all these things down there. Like, will I buy a condo in Starbase, Texas?
Yeah, we'll throw it on Airbnb. We'll split it.
Exactly. Who wouldn't Airbnb? Especially when they're about to launch a SpaceX, right?
Yeah.
Something or other. The week before, 2 weeks before? Come on.
Listen, we're going to get into this, but memes have power, baby. Memes have power.
Well, so you think the whole Doge thing is just him, again, pushing the altcoins that he's been pushing the last couple of weeks on Twitter?
He hasn't been pushing altcoins. He's only been pushing Doge. So, and he's like, the SEC...
Which is an altcoin. Come on. It shouldn't even be classified as an altcoin. It was a joke. It was a joke.
Hold on. To classify it as an altcoin, call Harvard just a university. It is the altcoin. Dogecoin is the premier altcoin.
Bull crap. Bull crapola. It was a joke.
You have to do an ad read, and then we're going to jump into this next story, and we're going to further discuss the power of memes.